As we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Blunt, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And on this offense, a guy that kind of came in under the radar, Lewis.
Hard to believe that Dion Lewis was that far under the radar. There is something to precedent from schools. Played at Pitt, and they do know how to churn out running backs.
They'll run again with Blunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
First carry for Isaiah Crowell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
There's no sense in dancing around it. Not a lot of bright spots to talk about in Cleveland this year. But I think Isaiah Crowell, the running back, he's a guy we got to keep an eye on in the future. Short of 1,000 yards, but it's hard for him to get enough carries to get there.
Yeah, but he was healthy, started all 16 games. Coach Hugh Jackson, though, said it was his goal to get him to 1,000. You're right, though, just shy of that at 952. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Griffin. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And Griffin gives to Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now Griffin on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Griffin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Lee to kick this one away for Cleveland. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And it's caught here, Amendola. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Amendola's got it, complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got Amendola on the connection. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Blunt, the lone running back. Again, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's the battering ram, Blunt. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. And it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time frame
only 2.
as well. But I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's able to find Hawkins. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in.